So in this video, we are going to talk about buying large quantities. So you can mark your top of your paper, kitchen math number 11. Make sure your name is at the top. Let's take a look at our example here. It says, one way to save money is to buy food in large amounts, but you should be able to use the food you buy. And you must know how to compare quantities and costs. So in this first example, it says the Coop warehouse sells macaroni in 1.5 kilograms or 1,500 gram boxes for $5.89. And another store sells smaller 500 gram boxes for $3.19. How much can you save if you buy a 1.5 kilogram box? So the first thing you have to do is kind of compare, well, what do we know about these quantities? So the first thing is we have to think about the fact that 500 will go into 1,500. See how they match the units 3 times. So if we know that, we can think about the fact that a 1.5 kilogram box or a 1,500 gram box is 3 500 gram boxes. So you either have to do one of two things. You either have to divide the price for the 1.5 kilogram box by 3 and then compare, or you have to think, if I bought 3 of these, what would it be? So I think that's the best strategy to go. So you'll notice the price of the 500 gram box is $3.19. And so if we had to buy 3 of those to match the quantity, 3 times $3.19 is $9.57. But the other box is only $5.89. See right here, they say it's $5.89. So what is the savings? Well, instead of paying $9.57, we only paid $5.89. So if we subtract, you're going to find how much you save. And so by buying that larger box, we're going to save $3.68. Now you got to be careful, because if you are not going to eat all of that, you've wasted that savings. So you have to always weigh that. Is it something that I could actually get used to? Okay, let's take a look at example 2. It says here that a local grocery store sells small and large cans of tomatoes. A 1 kilogram large thing of tomatoes is 1,000 grams. So that's a little fact. You can go kilo, 1,000 for $3.89, or 500 grams for $2.89. How much would we save if we just bought the larger 1 kilogram can? Well, think about what you're going to do. Think about the last time. First thing you need is to compare the quantities. So how many times does 500 go into 1,000? Because our 500 is our smaller one. How many would we need to buy to make that 1,000? Well, 500 goes into 1,000 2 times. And then you just have to think, well, if I actually went and bought 2 of those at $2.89 each, I'm going to spend $5.78, right? And so how much did I actually save? Well, think about, the 2 for $2.89 was a total of $5.78. I could have just spent $3.89. So if we subtract them, you got your savings, $1.89. So we would save $1.89 if you buy the kilogram can. So here's your job. Keeping that in mind, you are going to complete up to problem number 5. Make sure you're numbering your problems and showing me kind of the logic that you used along the way, okay? And so that is your job for the rest of class. By the end of class, please take a picture of this, put it under kitchen math number 11 in Google Classroom. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or put a little note on the assignment in Google Classroom. There you go. Have a great day.